Hey everybody. All right, it's the first week of the semester, and what's one of the most important things to do together? Go through the course syllabus. So we're going to spend a few minutes doing that. I am not going to go through every single line and every single aspect of the course syllabus in this recording. That is a very boring prospect to me, and it should be to you as well. I will instead go through what I deem to be the most important aspects of the course syllabus that need to be addressed in this video, and then put it back on all of you as your responsibility as students in this course. You all are experienced in the enterprise of post-secondary education to read every line of the course syllabus and let me know if you have any comments or concerns. Okay, so let's go through this thing together. I went to the library, or pardon me, the libraries, to our course homepage, and I selected syllabus on the left-hand menu, which brings up this silly little meme, an indication of some of the silly things you're going to see from me as we work together over the course of the next 14 weeks. I am of the opinion, or maybe it's a philosophy, that if one can't have a little bit of fun along the way, it's not worth it, right? So we're going to have a little bit of fun along the way. And if we click on that syllabus link, it brings up a PDF version of this handsome course syllabus. And right here at the top of the page should confirm for you that you are in the right place. LIS 577 Scholarly Communication, Fall Semester 2022. And right at the top of the page you see contact information, a little bit about me. The most important part of this, I think, is my email address. If you want to get in touch with me, the best, fastest, most effective way is to use my email address. I am presently on research leave or sabbatical, if you will, from my position as head of scholarly communication in the University of Buffalo Libraries. However, that has no bearing on my service as an adjunct instructor in this course in this department. That does mean, however, that I am not in the office every day, and the best way to reach me is always by email. So please use that method. Moving down to the course description, you'll see this long, multisyllabic description of some of the things that we're going to be talking about, learning about, arguing about, and expressing opinions about over the course of this semester. Some of you already do work in libraries and are familiar with some of the aspects of some of the things that we're going to be talking about. For example, commercial publisher exploitation, academic tenure, peer review. Certainly some of you who already work in libraries are familiar with aspects of copyright. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about the issue of open access. This will be one of the lenses through which we view so many aspects of scholarly communication. Despite what you may have heard from others, the general practice of scholarly communication is moving toward open access. In some ways it's good, and in some ways it's bad. We will talk about that. It is interesting to me, something that has developed over the course of the last decade or so, that aspects of open education, open educational practices, and in particular, the management of open educational resources has become an important part of the professional portfolio for so many people who provide scholarly communication services. In this first week of the semester, you're going to be looking at some standard definitions of what scholarly communication means, and in neither of those definitions will you see anything related to open education. However, this has become an important part of what scholarly communication librarians do, what they offer, the services that they provide. And this is a really good example of how this semester you will be learning by doing. There are so many aspects of scholarly communication that we're going to be talking about, that you're going to be learning about in an academic sense, but you're also going to be learning about through the process of doing that aspect of scholarly communication. And open educational resources is just one of those. So we'll talk about this more, but just to give you sort of a little bit more information about that, you're going to have several large assignments this semester. But all of those assignments, if you were to step back, are basically different segments of one big assignment. And that one big assignment is you are going to be writing your own chapter of an online scholarly communication textbook. You're going to be creating an open educational resource that will be used by future students in this course. This is one of the ways that you're going to be contributing to scholarly communication moving forward. As you will see, some of your course readings this semester are chapters that were written by students in previous sections of this course. That's how this works. These are open educational resources. Again, we'll talk more about that as we move along. We're also going to learn about things like digital scholarship, institutional repositories, data management, impact metrics, bibliographic management. That's another example of you're going to be learning by doing. You're going to be learning what bibliographic management tool is used by most scholars here at UB, and you're going to be using that in your first major assignment. Let's move ahead to course objectives and to the departmental program goals. The course objectives, this is a compulsory aspect of course syllabi in the Graduate School of Education. The most important part of these bullets here that you will see are these little parenthetical statements like through weekly activities. So these are the course objectives, and these little parenthetical statements are how those objectives will be achieved, right? Through weekly activities, through course assignments, and so forth. Here we have our program goals. Once again, a compulsory aspect of course syllabi in this program and in this school. Modes of instruction, you already know this, but I need to say it out loud so that I can sleep better tonight. This is an online course and it is asynchronously delivered. You have already heard this if you've been watching the course videos sequentially, but I'm going to say it again because it is very important to drive home, particularly in week 1, and that is that our course weeks will run from Thursday morning of each week until midnight of the following Wednesday. So even though this is the first week, and the first week of the semester is going to begin on a Monday, our course week actually will not begin until Thursday. So you have a little bit of freedom to work with, especially if you have other courses that you're taking this semester. Let's move along in the course syllabus here. Again, more compulsory stuff, course technologies, where you can get technical assistance, what is required of you coming into a course like this. And then we come down to a part of the syllabus that is characteristically one of the most important, anticipated, and often dreaded parts of the course syllabus for students in higher education. And that is the cost of the textbook, right? So I'm going to make you happy. You will spend exactly $0.00 on course texts in this class. In the spirit of scholarly communication and open access and common sense, your course readings are going to be provided by me. They are readings that are already available to you through texts in the UB libraries. Go figure. Or they are open educational resources created by other scholars in the field, or in some instances by former students in this class. $0.00. Okay, let's move down a little bit. You will see in your 3 major assignments that the required citation format for your written assignments is APA style 7th edition. I find that it is helpful to have a copy of that manual, a print copy, hardback, in your preferred workspace. However, I also do provide direct links to websites that can assist you with APA style citation if that is your preference. And as you will see, when you're working in the bibliographic management tool that you're going to be using this semester, that can help you a little bit with your APA style citing as well. However, there are problems with that, and so you really need to have access to the manual or to these APA style websites to help you format accurately. Okay, let's talk about grading a little bit. As you will see, weekly activities in this course are worth about 1/4 of your grade, and you see the breakdown of what the major assignments are worth. One is worth 10%, another is worth 1/4, and your final big assignment, which is essentially a culmination of everything that you do this semester. So one assignment is going to lead into the next, into the next, into the next. That final assignment is worth 40% of your final grade. In terms of letter grades, you will see that this is consistent with other courses in the department and in the school. Letter grades are going to be consistent with the way one might ordinarily be assessed in a professional setting, right? So A is for outstanding, B meets expectations, C needs improvement, and so on and so forth. Final grades, this is an important note because every semester I get a question about this from someone who did not listen in day 1. Final grades, so your grades for all of your assignments will be emailed to you. You are going to be turning in assignments to me. I am going to return them to you with the grades, okay? Those grades will not be posted on UB Learns because I'm going to try to be gentle and kind about this, because the UB Learns grading system is unsatisfactory. I'm sure, no doubt, most of you would agree. So we're going to make this easy and simple. When I return an assignment to you, it will have the grade. Your final grades will be posted on the grade roster on my UB, all right? Not on UB Learns. So please remember that. Another very popular part of the course syllabus when I meet students during the first week of the semester is this business about assignment extensions. So, listen up, this is important. You have, for each of your 3 major assignments, the ability to take a 3-day, no questions asked extension. All you need to do is send me an email message before the deadline for that assignment, indicating that you'd please like to take advantage of the no questions asked 3-day extension, and your extension will be granted. No questions asked. It will have no impact on your grade whatsoever. Here are the keys. Please listen up, because we get questions about this every semester. Your request has to come before the deadline for that assignment. And the 3-day extension applies to the 3 major assignments, not to the weekly activities. All of your weekly activities, you have a full week to complete. It's plenty of time for you to get done what you need to get done. The no questions asked 3-day extension applies to the 3 major assignments. And again, no questions asked. You don't need to provide an explanation to me. I don't want an explanation. I understand that life happens. Your machine crashes. Someone gets sick. There's a family emergency. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to everyone. And I understand that, which is why I build this into our course. Okay? Good. All right, so we'll move past. You can read up on incompletes. Assignment descriptions, you'll see that I give a more detailed description of all of the course assignments in a video below, but just to give you sort of a brief overview, to reiterate, we learn by doing in this semester and in this course. All right, so you'll see weekly assignments, and then these 3 major assignments. One is an endnote bibliography. The next one is a critical analysis report. And the final one is your position paper and infographic. One leads into another and into the final. You are essentially looking at 3 parts of one big semester-long project. Your big task for week 1 is to identify, of all of the aspects that you learn about scholarly communication in your readings in this first semester, is to identify something that really intrigues you or interests you or upsets you in some way that you think you might want to work on throughout the rest of the semester. So keep that in mind during your readings during week 1. Okay, course objectives, program goals, that's a part of each of these assignments. And then you'll see our class schedule. So you'll see what we're going to be talking about from week to week. In bold print, you'll see things that are due, major assignments. Course communication is very important. As a reminder, please email me. That is the best, most effective, and quickest way to get in touch with me. For those who may need accommodations, UB has its Office of Accessibility Services. Please contact them. Academic integrity, I really shouldn't have to say anything about this because we are library and information studies people, and so we understand the importance of academic integrity. And there's some additional information here about technical and other kinds of support. That is your course syllabus for the fall semester of 2022. Once again, Please read through the syllabus carefully. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. You know now how to get in touch with me. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much for your attention.